StockX, I'm shocked. I'm shocked
Mhm.
that you guys put numbers out there. That's the last thing y'all should is put numbers out there.
Hey, what's happening, sneakerheads? How you doing? How you been?
What's happening? What's happening? What's good?
Hey, before we get this video started, you already know, go and smash that thumbs up. You know what we're trying to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm just going to read this report that StockX had put out on their website. So this report is dated June 8th, 2023. It says Detroit Facts. The verification report offers a snapshot of the review process and impact on consumers around the world. The report reveals that StockX rejected nearly $90 million worth of products that did not meet their verification standard. It also outlines the quality control metrics, including the top reasons why products were rejected during the verification process. According to StockX, reasons of rejections were manufacturer's defects, 27%, with fake products, 20%, and being that the most cited factor for the product failure. The report also notes that over the last 12 months, StockX authenticators stopped nearly 30 million worth of fakes sneakers from trading on the platform. So that gives us a little bit of an idea of the numbers fakes that may be going through, at least for last year. We don't know about this year. Unfortunately, the truth is that fakes are getting better and better every year. So the Fugazis that we used to easily identify, with the fat jump man, they're now making it through the process. As for me, I just picked up these from StockX. Will that stop me from buying shoes from StockX in the future? I say no, only because we already knew way back when first StockX first started that fakes were going through its authentication process. But like I tell everyone, I think it's okay on GRs such as this shoe right here, because we know that the GRs are not being fake or mass produced. But if you're curious about a shoe that is getting replicas, then you can just easily go onto a replica website and look, see which of those models or colorways that they are selling on those fake websites, so you can have your guard up and think about before you spend $500 on the Travis One Low, because we know that those are being faked heavily.
But here's the thing though. We go back to that report you read earlier. Look how much money that was going through StockX that they had to send back, right? So someone made that decision like, hold on, maybe we can cut some corners here, right? Because what was that amount you said back in 2023? How much?
90 million.
90 million, right? Now, their guidelines of, a shoe being fake or real, maybe they say, you know what, maybe we can not really pay too much attention to the stitching. Stitching is off, but it ain't off to that degree where we sell them back, right? They've been cutting corners for a minute. Just you saying that.
A lot of times, some of the sneaker retail shops that I've done business with in the past, like what they'll do is, like, if a customer brings in the shoe, usually they have most of the shoes there. So they'll pull out a real pair and then they'll just compare it next to the pair that the customer's trying to bring in to authenticate to see if it's real before they purchase it. And if there's anything that's off about that shoe, or they don't feel comfortable that it's 100% authentication, resale shops will pass on buying that shoe.
But what are you doing for the customer, me, to compensate me, for your wrongdoing? And we know it was wrongdoing because you admit to it. People don't admit to something that they didn't do. So, just drop us a comment down below. Hey, you agree or disagree with StockX? What about you, my brother? How do you feel about this situation?
And so I do have some ideas, being that, I am a business minded person. So I know that you can't have, every single shoe next to the StockX authenticator, but there are some other things out there. Like, we do know of companies that are using AI to authenticate sneakers, and I don't know if that's 100% or that if they can do a better job than humans can, but it may be one of the first things that maybe it seems like the cheapest thing that they can employ will be some AI software. Maybe the shoe goes through an AI software, and based on what the computer says, then they can reject it easily, and then once it goes through them, then maybe the person can authenticate themselves in hand. I think it's just about education of the shoe. Like, for me, if I rock nothing but One Lows, then I know what the Jordan 1 looks like, because I've been rocking those every day or every week or whatever. And so I know all the flaws, I know all the details of the shoe already. And so I'll be able to quickly authenticate the shoe easier than, let's say, the Jordan 9, which I really don't wear, or Jordan 8. Like, I have no idea of the specifics of the details of that shoe. But again, most of the stuff is online, and it's best before you do purchase a shoe to do your research and look at the shoe to see what it's supposed to have. Like, maybe one of the telltale signs easy on this shoe would be like it's missing this little stitch right here. And that's how you can tell if it's a fake. They always say, smell the shoe, it smells like glue. But even sometimes like Nike, I get their stuff and this smells like heavily glued too. So I don't know. And some people say you got to take out the insole, check out the stitching on the inside to ensure that it's not a fake. But again, like I said, quality is getting better and better, at these companies. And big telltale sign to me is always the insole, meaning that the quality of it, to make sure it's the right type that's supposed to come in a shoe. And also, if you look at the lettering, to make sure that the lettering that's stamped in there, to make sure that the font is legible, means you can read it and make sure it says what the authenticated pair is. Like, luckily for me, like when I bought this shoe from StockX, I did already have a OG pair that I bought from a retail shop. So I can compare the two to make sure that I did get authenticated pair in. One of the good news out of all this, StockX has made some changes to their website and to their buying process. So if you don't know, they do have now a return policy, meaning that return the shoes 14 days after you purchase them. But again, it's going to depend on the product. Every product is different. Of course, if you take off the tag, then that voids the warranty or the authentication of the shoe. But again, you will now have 14 days to get a refund. And then some of them, like, you'll have to, unfortunately, they won't give you your money back, but they'll give you a StockX credit. So, and then some of them you're able to resell back on the platform for free.
Right.
But each shoe or each transaction will be different depending on the item that is trying to be sold.
Yeah, how much money they lost the year they did this, these findings. They've been, hey man, StockX, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you guys put numbers out. So hey, drop us a comment down below, if you agree or disagree with what StockX came out and admitted to. Hey, if you guys continue to love content like this, hey, check out that video right there.
Like we said, for sure, when you're blessed,
Hey, bless others. Peace.